microphones from the sides. Wait till you get that to state your question. All right, Coach, we're ready for opening statement.
Okay, I want to congratulate Coach Saban and Alabama on a good game. You know, obviously these guys are tough to beat. Proven that over the last 6 years. You know, the thing with our guys, I was proud of how we fought. We were ready to play. You know, we felt like we could come in and give them a good game and put ourselves in position to have a chance to win. And when that happens, you got to make critical. You got to make critical plays in critical situations. You got to make critical calls in critical situations, and we need to have a little bit more success than we had tonight. But not to take anything away from Alabama, they're tough to beat. They're tough to convert third downs on. They're tough to get off the field on third downs, and obviously did a little better job in that than we did.
Okay, we'll take questions right here in front.
Coach, how frustrating is it knowing that you were right there for the most part in the fourth quarter and all the missed opportunities and also some drops that the receivers had today?
Well, you know, there's yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, you play against a really good team and you're in position in the fourth quarter to win. We didn't, you know, so it's frustrating. I'm proud of how the guys fought. You know, they're disappointed in the locker room right now. We just, you know, but it doesn't have anything to do with the drops. I mean, there were some bad calls that. When things got tight, there were some missed blocks when things got tight. There were some missed tackles when things got tight. There were some bad kicks when things got tight. When you're playing a very good team and things are going to be tight, you need to be able to execute that. And you got to be able to execute it as a coaching staff, and you got to be able to execute it on all three sides of the ball.
Where are we going, guys? Next. Let's keep it moving, please. Questions? Right here in front.
Kind of hit on this already, but third down defense for you guys obviously was a challenge getting off the field. Can you talk about that as the game went on and what you saw with the defenses as this kind of dragged on for you?
Yeah, you got to give Coach Kiffin some credit. You know, they got playmakers on offense. They got guys that can break tackles. They got guys that can make catches in very, very, very tight situations. You know, those guys are pretty good. So it's the same thing offensively. I mean, we had chances to be able to put ourselves in position to stay out there. I thought we did a good job of that in the first half. I don't think offensively in the second half we did a good job of executing on third downs. You know, and that was a big issue with us last year. The other issue was being able to score touchdowns in the score zone. Well, I don't have the stats as far as how many times we had to settle for field goals, but I thought we did a good job of moving the ball in the open field, but at some point you got to be able to convert those into touchdowns, and we didn't do a very good job of that. But that was play calls or whatever it was. I mean, we'll look at it and we'll get better because of it.
Follow up, go ahead. Up there.
I can shoot you right there.
Coach, we're here. Clint in the offense seems like night and day from last year. I guess talk about the progression, what you see moving forward this game.
Yeah, the comfort level was obviously better than it's been. It's nice to be able to signal things once and be able to communicate with them as far as what we're wanting on the sidelines without having to scream it at them or call time out or whatever. So I was happy with Clint. I thought he played well. He competed well. He knew where to go with the ball. Got a little bit antsy back there at times and missed some throws, but when you're looking at what he's looking at, that's going to happen. You know, they're obviously pretty good defensively and do a good job of getting to the quarterback at times. So overall, happy with him. You know, and we're gonna continue to get better offensively. His rapport with the receivers is going to improve. You know, Kevin White had a great game. Mario Alford had some positive things happen as well. So their relationship and their rapport is going to continue to get better.
Right over here in the middle.
How do you feel like you matched up offense and defense?
Well, good. I thought. You know, I thought our O-line kind of held their own. They're big and kind of tough to run the ball against. They always have. I think I don't know what we had rushing. It probably wasn't enough. 28 yards. I guess that's not very good, but they're tough to do that. But I thought we pass protected okay. You know, and then defensively, I mean, they ended up getting their yards because of how many plays they ran. But I thought our guys fought hard up front.
Back here in front.
You mentioned Kevin White briefly, but can you talk about him, what he was able to do? I know he spent a lot of the offseason talking to us about wanting to be able to go out and get up and get after the ball. He did a good bit of that today.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, it's more than just using your athletic ability to be able to go up and get the ball. technique of getting open, which he, I thought he did a decent job of that. And, you know, just the rapport that needs to exist with him and the quarterback. I think we're at that stage now where it does exist. I would look for those guys to continue to get better, get on the same page.
Dana, you mentioned the third downs and red zone and all, but what were the things that you saw improvement with?
Well, just overall moving the ball against a really good defense. I mean, they're as good as it gets out there defensively, schematically, personnel-wise, coaching bodies, all that stuff. So moved the ball, you know, had opportunities to be able to continue to move the ball. You know, like I did, I've said it for 14 games in a row now. I mean, when things get hard on third down and things get tight in the red zone, that's when we got to step up and execute at a very high level. And did that probably a little bit better than we did last year against the quality of the opponent, but not to the point where it's a winning effort. And, you know, again, whether that's play calls or whether that's finishing blocks or getting open, I mean, it takes a collection of things to be able to do to be successful against a very good defense.
Yeah, Coach, there were times Sims had a lot of time to throw as well, mostly their big line of you need more out of your pass.
He was pretty elusive as well. I mean, there was times that we got there and we didn't finish the play. You know, whether that was because we were out of control, because you know, because he just did a great job of making people miss. I mean, it wasn't a winning effort when it comes to getting to the quarterback. I thought we played well in spurts defensively. I thought he played well. I thought he did a good job of running their offense and getting the ball to a bunch of guys that are going to be playing ball for a long, long time. You know, but getting to the quarterback was something that we worked hard on in the offseason, and it looks to me like we got to keep doing it.
Coach, what do you take away from this game, and what are you going moving forward after today?
Well, I told these guys to hang their head, you know, or to, you know, hold their head up high. We're not interested in moral victories. You know, we played hard and we put ourselves in position to win, which was obviously our goal. But we didn't achieve our goal when it comes to finishing the game and getting a victory. That's why we played the game, and felt like we had a chance to do that, but we didn't. So how do we respond? You know, we don't want pats on the back. We want to be able to go to work tomorrow night and look at the film and be able to get better from it. And I told them this too, very similar situation last year at Oklahoma. And from there, we didn't improve very much. So what I saw was we got a motivated team in there to be able to get back to work tomorrow and improve from what we put out there today.
Okay, right here.
Dana, was there a turning point in this game, or were there a couple that you know, jump out of your mind?
It is back and forth. You know, the more so in the first half, I thought we did a good job of answering on a couple of their scores early in the first half. Second half, we didn't do a very good job of capitalizing on some of the momentum that we created, whether it was offensively. You know, where Worley got a great big play, we 3-and-out it. I mean, that's not a winning effort. I mean, you know, and again, I'll take the blame for bad play calling when it comes to that. But you know, the first half I thought we did a good job of playing together. Second half, I don't think we as a team seized the momentum when something good happened. I don't think people stepped up when something bad happened. You know, so I thought we played better as a team in the first half, not as good as a team in the second half.
Time for a couple more. We're going to go right here.
Dana, you mentioned Sunday was going to be a tough coaching situation coming in. Did they make it easier on you today, or is it still a difficult situation to go?
It'll be challenging, Bob. I mean, these guys they're pretty disappointed. But the same breath, I mean, against the number 2 team in the country that hasn't lost very many games, we were in position to be able to win in the fourth quarter. So hopefully they hold their heads high. They understand that we were close, we're just not there yet. But let's work a little bit harder tomorrow and next week. I don't know if it made it harder or not. We'll find out tomorrow. But you know, I know I'm motivated, and I know our coaching staff is motivated, and I really think our kids are motivated to be able to get better from this.
All right, right here.
Did they give you an explanation for the unsportsmanlike penalty?
No, they did not. I didn't see it, so I don't know.
All right. Right here, just pass that right here, right here. Thanks.
You mentioned your run game there. You seem surprised looking down and seeing 28 yards total. I mean, obviously you knew coming in, you guys talked a lot about it being tough to run the ball against them, but were you surprised at how tough it was today?
Yeah, well, it was, I was pleased with it early. You know, I don't know if I abandoned it probably a little bit too much, or, you know, that they probably made some adjustments. You know, I thought Shell ran hard and got loose a little bit early and didn't have as much success with that in the second half. So, you know, kind of got behind a little bit as well, so we tried to throw the ball around a little bit, probably too much. So I will reevaluate that as I do every game from what the play calling aspect was, and when they're tough to run the ball against, we knew that. So we weren't going to just sit there and run it into the teeth of their defense if it wasn't very successful. So we'll reevaluate it and see.
All right, we have time for one more, guys. Where are we going? Is that it? Going once? Oh, all right, last question. Ian, here in the front.
If you talk about Martin, what you say, you obviously have a tough assignment on Worley, and just your initial reaction of that kind of review.
Yeah, great player. We knew he was a great player out of coming in. I mean, they got a bunch of great players. There's 3 or 4 of them at the receiver position, and 4 of them at the running back position that we knew were good, knew was going to be challenging. Carl Joseph had a great game, had 16, 18 tackles, whatever it was. Darryl, the thing I was proud about what Darryl did, Darryl missed the touchdown. Them two kids are going to continue to improve. There's no doubt.